Okay, gang, we are starting into a whole new territory of the course. So, as I've noted in a couple different areas, you have essentially gone through 400 years of higher education history in a rapid time. We have whipped through a lot of all of the Thielen book and so many other articles connected to it, and I applaud you. I know it's been a grind. I know it's been a quick grind. I know it's been a lot to read and a lot of assignments to go through. But that is when we take a compressed course in any of our semesters that takes 15 weeks, 15 weeks, and drops it down into sometimes 5, sometimes 8, depending on how it looks. It feels high volume of a lot of things going through there. But I know it feels like a lot, and I applaud you for sticking with it and getting out good quality assignments and submissions to discussion board posts and things like that. So with that, we've moved into the next section of the course, which would be that thematic analysis part. And this is where I wanted to give you a little more control over your understanding of history and context and those types of things, which is what this whole series of assignments that lead up really to the final piece of the thematic analysis comes to. And we look at 3 categories that then will allow you to go a little bit deeper in pieces. So point of this is we did such a broad overview with Thielen, which he does a really good job of being that kind of seminal work of higher education, but he doesn't always get to dive deep into a topical area. So when we look at some key areas that have been focal points throughout the history of higher education, those would be some of the categories that I picked out. One of those is athletics. Athletics in higher education, college athletics, has a long-standing history and connection to our development of higher education. The other is the experience of women in higher education, whether it's lack of inclusion, lack of opportunity, and then the growth as we get closer to more present day times of the female population within higher education. Then the third part of that would be African American experiences in higher education. Also tying similar to lack of inclusion, lack of opportunity, what struggles have occurred throughout the centuries, and where are we at in some components in present day. So what I chose to do really is kind of take those 3 theme pieces and put a series of books under those categories. So previously I really had one book in each of those categories, but I listened to a lot of feedback from 1 or 2 semesters of folks, and really wanted some more updated opportunities. So I kept the 3 originals, but added a series of other books within those categories. But so remember, all you're doing is choosing one book, not one book per category, one book. So that's all I'm asking you to read. So based on your interest, you will choose that book for that topical area, and that will then guide the rest of your time doing things in the class. So that thematic analysis 1 really breaks it down into why you're choosing that topic, why it was of interest to you, some of the history and the context behind it, and you're laying all of that out specifically. And I give you the details in the syllabus, in the weekly content piece, in the announcement. So I don't want to rehash that one too much, but I just want you to understand that this becomes building block for the next part, thematic analysis 2, which then goes a little bit deeper dive into context and building some of the history. And I know I said from the beginning, you'll probably get tired of me saying the word context, but what we're trying to do is kind of shape those experiences around there and help you understand what's going on. And then thematic analysis, the final thematic analysis, really that hat assignment, is you kind of pulling all the pieces from 1 and pieces from 2 and expanding it into a full paper of understanding some of the components of what you looked at, the topics you researched, the questions you have, and creating an introduction, a conclusion, full context of history of American higher education in this area at the times that we're focused on for the book, and different things like that, and fleshing it out into a full paper. So I'm happy to chat with you more on this. I just definitely wanted to kind of give you my thoughts on it and feelings on it, and realize that you'll build on pieces of this. So this is a good kind of building block assignment, so it doesn't feel like 3 different assignments all squeezed into the next week and a half, 2 weeks, those types of things. It's going to lead you to helping get to that final assignment specifically. So looking forward to seeing what all of you all choose, and really your thoughts and ideas behind all of this. So keep up the great work, keep up the grind. We're almost there, and I will talk to you soon.